Alright, today we're gonna be learning how to do a full cab. So, with a full cab you need your fakies and your half cabs dialed. Another thing that would help with having manual 180s. It just helps because the last 180 is sort of like a manual 180. So, once you're going into a full cab, you usually want to have a moderate amount of speed going backwards because it's usually harder to spin the backwards 360 if you're not going fast enough because you don't have that momentum that you would with going faster. And the first thing you want to do is when you're going backwards is just stay in a lot of balance like you would with any other fakie. But when you're faking, instead of like a half cab or a fakie, right when you turn your bars about 45 degrees or just before 90, you want to put a lot of pedal pressure, and that'll put you up like into sort of like a wheelie, like a backwards 180, like a backwards wheelie, I guess you want to call it that. And once you push your pedals, you want to turn your head, and that's what I'm gonna say with like any spinning trick. How to is you have to turn your head, because if you don't turn your head, you're not going to get anywhere in a spinning rotation. So once you get your body turned, you want to scoop your feet so as if you're doing like a half cab or a bunny hop, and that just lifts up your front end, and you just want to like hook your body to whichever way you're turning and turn your head and your whole body at the same time, and then you'll land the trick. And then the hardest thing people have with a full cab once they actually get the rotation is actually faking out, because a lot of the times they just land and stay there and they just fall off the pedals, and that's why going faster helps too, or going down like a small slanted hill like I have in this video. So if to not fall off the pedals, basically what a lot of people do is they think they're getting the full rotation, but actually they're landing like a little bit just before the full rotation, and that's just putting them off balance and they just fall and die. But anyway, once you land, you want to lean back. Usually I learned to like get momentum going backwards once I land is I lean back right when I land and pull my momentum backwards, and that gives me the momentum to go backwards. And then you just do a fakie after that. I'm sure you have your fakie style if you know half cab. If you know full cabs. And I just see in this video, when I'm spinning or when I'm landing, you'll see like right here, you'll see that right when I land, I immediately turn my bars, and that just helps with more momentum going backwards, and it helps me get the fakie that I'm about to do on the landing go a lot easier and make it look a lot cleaner. Alright, so now we're just going to go over the steps of how to get to the full cab. So first, right here, it's a fakie. You need to learn a fakie first. And once you get those good, you want to go on to the half cab. But to get the fakie, basically you could just go up to like a small hill like this. I'm foot jamming. You could do have a 180 too, but that's a little more difficult. To get the fakie, you just need to go backwards and keep balance. And what I do to keep balance is I look at my front wheel, and that just keeps me really balanced through the fakie, and I just fakie out, add pedal pressure, and then just land the fakie. Alright, and then after that, you need to learn the half cab. And the difference between the half cab and the fakie is that instead of just rolling out, you do a backwards 180 bunny hop, if you want to call it that. And basically to do that, when you're rolling backwards, instead of just adding a little pressure to turn around, you add a lot more pressure, and that just lifts up your front a lot more, and then you just push forward, just like in a bunny hop. And that's basically half cab. And once you get the half cab, you can just go to the full cab, and instead of just add a lot of pedal pressure and doing a half cab, you just add a lot more pedal pressure, and you just huck the last 180 around, just like the manual 180. That's why I said. So if you like the video, like it. I hope you learn how to do a full cab, and this is my first how to, so hope I helped. Subscribe, favorite, all that cool stuff, and just go out there and do